Hello everybody and welcome back to All the Mod 6. Today we give our reactor a bit of an upgrade by making it slightly bigger, burn more fuel faster, and all the steam it's producing, we make a turbine. I hope you enjoy. So today, let's turn this nuclear waste that we have been generating now for well over a day. So nothing has changed, temperature hasn't increased, but there has been some green particles coming off this nuclear radioactive waste barrel now. But you can see we have nuclear waste, about 22 buckets worth. So what we need to do today is turn that into polonium, and if we have enough time, I want to set up a turbine and a fusion reactor. Now, they take a bit of setup, but I'm hoping if I work quick enough, I should be able to do it. And that means that means I have to make sure I don't just start talking like crazy trying to figure stuff out and just go straight into making things. Now, my question is, do I not have anything to make bronze? Jumbo smelt. Oh, I can do it in jumbo smelting. Oh wait, no, I can't. Induction metallurgic infuser. Okay, let's go do that. So to do this, we're going to need tin. And, wow, 1.1 million tin, Jesus. And some copper. We have 1.3 million copper. I want to put the tin in the crushing factory. Ultimate infusing is empty, so put the copper in there. Grab the tin and put the tin in here. This should turn us all into bronze. No problem. Just grab out extra bit more tin. I think one more tin should be enough. 3 tin? Jeez, how much tin does this require to change this one? Oh, you know why? Because it requires 3 copper. Never mind. Okay, we have enough now. So, we come back over here to our mechanism area. We're going to have to repurpose this lithium because we have 1.5 million lithium and I doubt we're going to ever need any more. So, we're going to turn the lithium that's getting pumped out of these rotary condensators into tritium, because tritium is used inside a diffusion reactor as power. So, deuterium comes from heavy water, which you get from a filter upgrade on an electric pump, which we will have to make a system for getting that. So we need some cable or pressurized pipe, because we're going to have to pump the nuclear waste out. So we're going to pump it across like this. I'm not going to export it just yet until we have everything down, but I want to put at least 3 of these guys down. And I need a few more electronic circuits, more HD pellets. We have made probably like 20,000 of these pellets now. They've been going for a while. Like HD, yeah, 19,000. We just used about 1,000. So we have plenty of those. We don't have to worry about them. So I want 3 of these neutron reactors. And the reason the cable's on the ground is because this works on top. And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to get the pressurized pipe, because it's going to come out as a gas. And I'm going to pump it into this pressurized reaction chamber, which I've already pre-set up, as well as this crushing factory making fluorite dust. So all I need is logistical transporter pipe. Put that here. Grab my configurator. Set it to extract. I also need to make sure I tell this thing to extract out the front. Input the top. Auto eject on. This guy needs to accept items in the back. So I need to items input the back. Let me quickly sleep. So now I want to make sure I can export the uranium waste. Extract. It's empty. It's already gone into these things, and it's already been outputted as polonium. So what does polonium need to mix with? It looks like just water, so I can just pipe water from that sink under the ground and into it. So let's grab ourselves some pipe. 62 pipe, and I'm just going to run a cable down under the ground here just to keep everything hidden. Roughly here. Bring this up. Connect it over to the sink. Set it to extract water. Set this guy to input fluids on all sides. Gases are going to get input on the left side. Fluids input the front. And this is going to come out as spent nuclear waste, which we need to do something with. So waste, So spent nuclear waste doesn't look like it goes anywhere. So is this a liquid or is it a gas? It looked like it might be a gas, so I don't know how we're going to bin that. Because I don't think you can do anything with spent nuclear waste. Yeah, okay. So now we're producing polonium. It's just this guy is really slow, but that's fine. Actually, it might not be fine, because I need a ton of polonium now today for making this nuclear reactor. Hopefully this will be fast enough. I might need to make this reactor a bit bigger. And it means I have to move everything here. Alright, let me turn off the reactor, stop it generating, and I need to make sure everything has been emptied. Okay, these neutron reactors. Holy Jesus Christ, that guy scared the life out of me. Get out. No, you just scared me. Oh my god. We need to make this nuclear reactor bigger. So in case we don't have to move these, I'm actually going to build a reactor bigger over there. I think the max size of this thing is like 18 by 18 by 17. So let's do that. Okay, so I didn't go for the max size reactor because I did learn that you can increase the burn rate, which I didn't know. So I have a burn rate of 5 at the moment. It says we can do a max burn of 20, but if this thing gets into red, it means it could start to go super critical and it could explode. But as we can see, damage is okay. We are full on steam, and I am desperately trying to export steam here, and I cannot get it to export at all. Like, every single one of these are full. Like, if we dump excess on all of these, I still don't even think it's enough. And, of course, a plague doctor shows up. This is probably not the best place for a plague doctor to be. We are working with nuclear stuff here, so how's that doing? Yeah, that's absolutely doing nothing to it. Like, we're holding, like, 200 million... Yeah, 200 million steam there. So that is not good. But I'm hoping if once we make this turbine, the actual steam will get used up quicker than it actually is producing. That way we can make a gigantic turbine back here. I kind of want to build it like right here. I might do it if I remove that tree. But we have a burn rate of 5, so it's producing 5 millibuckets of nuclear waste. Every couple of... Yeah, every tick is making 5. So I could set it to 10. It does work at 10. Like from in here, 10. It gets slightly into the yellow once it gets into orange, and then into red is when it's bad. So it's actually not bad the way it is right now. So we're producing 10 millibuckets, where this thing is exporting out the 10 millibuckets, and we are making polonium. And we've only managed to make 7. And this spent nuclear waste, I'm hoping I can just get myself a tank. Just any old tank will do. Slap this guy on top. Side configuration. Gases don't auto eject. Eject blue, which is that one, into the top. And this guy... Wait, isn't it spent nuclear waste a liquid? Because that should have exported. It might actually be a fluid, because it's mixed with water. If that's the case, then trash. A liquid trash can. Hang on. Fluids. Input. No, it won't eject anyway. So, how do I export this? Oh, you know why? Because it needs to go into a waste barrel. How do I get rid of spent nuclear waste? Let me look that up. Okay, from what I've seen, there's no other real way to get rid of it except for using waste barrels. So the waste barrels do delete 1 millibucket every minute. So I might need to make a couple of these now. And dig a hole right here. And pretty much just fill this hole with the barrels. And just keep an eye on it, because I don't want it to overflow. So I need pressurized pipe. Apparently I'm out of it. Okay. Pressurized pipe. Hook this on And I'm going to export out the top instead. So I'll connect this on here. Side configuration, gases, clear this. Export gases into these barrels. And the rate that we're making this stuff, I might have to put on the hazmat to hold this. I don't know if this is dangerous to hold. But so far, actually, I can just ender chest. I'll just make a fresh ender chest. Bag, ender chest. There we go. Just put this on top. Items, output, auto eject, on. Alright, perfect. Now I just want to cover in this. I don't want that exposed, really. Alright, so this thing is still okay. So now let's make this turbine. And I really don't think we're actually going to be able to make the reactor today. So that might be a later project. But with the amount of steam this thing's producing, I'm pretty sure we won't have any issues with power for a while. Because actually, let me just quickly show you. If we look inside our induction matrix, we can see that we are, okay, it was before outputting more than we're inputting. So we have 200 GFE, which is like, I think, a billion, or giga FE. So we're only using about 50,000, but that's because nothing is really running at the moment because, well, our reactor or our uranium waste or production is limited on the speed of this guy. So because of how slow, even with the chemical oxidizer running at full speed, making sulfur dust into sulfur dioxide and then into sulfur trioxide is still quite slow, and water vapor is still very slow out of this guy. Do I even speed upgrades? Yeah, I do. So even coming out of everything here, it's still super slow, and it's... I could put rats on them to speed it up, but I don't think actually there is any need to do that because of how fast this is actually making it. Like, we've got 1,104 buckets in here, and it's actually going through a lot faster than we're actually making it. So maybe we do need to increase our production. But let's start using up this steam. So, of course, to use up this steam, we're going to have to make a turbine. So, turbine, we're going to need turbine casing, which is no problem. We're going to need 4 vents. Because 4 vents, we're going to need 1 for inputting, or maybe we only need 2. Because we need 1 to input the steam. We're going to need 1 to output the waste of the other water. And we're going to need 1 to output power. I'll add 2 on and see if I need to output the waste. I can't remember. I do remember testing all this in creative, but we'll see. Is this part of the reinforced material? Okay, structured glass actually is not the right one. Actually, no, structured glass is. Anyway, but we need turbine blades, so I'll make 2 stacks of them. We're going to need turbine rotors, 1 stack of them. Turbine vents, we're going to need vents. We're also going to need pressure dispersers. We're going to need way more vents than that. Let me just put that in there. There we go. What are we missing? Iron bars. There we go. Pressure vents. There we go. That should be everything we need. So, probably the next couple of episodes. This is episode 29. So, next episode will be the last episode we will be working on mechanism. We'll start something new. Because, well, we might as well get through everything to do with mechanism now. So what we need to do is set up an area for this turbine. And to be honest, up here, if I just put it up here actually, instead of like digging it into the ground, if I just build a frame, let's say, I don't know, 7 by 7? I say a 7 by 7 frame should be plenty for now. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 7. So we want to put structural glass because I want to see this thing spinning. So glass. I made 64 structural glass trying to see if I could use it, but that actually is reactor glass. So glass will go on the sides here because, well, it doesn't work in the corners. I don't think it does anyway. But the thing is, with this turbine, you'll see now in a minute, the max size is 13 or 18 by 18 by 18. And this one's also 18 by 18 by 18 as well. But we're never going to go that tall. So, to determine how tall this machine goes, Let me quickly sleep. What we can do is get reactor or turbine rotors and build it up quite high. Now what you can do is you can put 2 blades on every one. So you can go up as high until it touches the actual casing. So let me just make a bit more of this structural glass and build it up. So you can see it's not touching there, but if we go up one more, it will touch. Now I don't know if you will consider that touching, but we can go one more up, and that is the max height we can go. So break this guy, because actually I'd rather it probably be this level. So we have plenty of space. So what we need to put on top is a bearing, which is an electromagnetic coil. We're actually going to need a few of them, but I need the rotational complex. And I'm going to need roughly, say, I don't know, 9 of these electromagnetic coils. 18 is plenty. So what happens is you put the rotational complex on top. You put the electromagnetic, you need the pressure dispersers around it like this, because this will then allow you to input as much steam as you want, and it'll disperse what it's not using. On the top then, the more of these guys you put here, so say I want to put, yeah, I can put them the whole way around actually. So hang on, let's make a few more of them. Oh god, I accidentally went out of full screen. How am I hitting all the wrong buttons all the time? Mechanism, I need to make a bunch of these guys. Give me 1,000 of them. Electromagnetic coils. How many of these do I actually need still? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's a perfect amount. Alright, so what I can do then is get turbine vents and put them the whole way around here. And I can cover the entire top in the vents as well. So I need a... Okay, I just lost power there for a moment. More vents around the edge, and then I can put vents across the top. The more vents you have, the faster the thing can turn. I think that's how it works anyway. I'm not entirely sure. This is my first time messing with mechanism generating. Power generating blocks, I want to say. What are we missing to make more turbine vents? Oh, casing. 35. Okay, that's way more than I actually needed. So you actually have a built turbine right now. So what I need to do is, of course, grab myself a plug. This is a mains power input. So the power is going to be input on the back here. So this is where I need to grab my turbine inputs. So turbine inputs, one on the back, and this is going to output our power. He automatically does it anyway. So we could tell it to dump the excess gas in case it needs to. This guy is still okay. I'm going to put the gas input valve right here. So I need pressurized pipe. There we go. I'm actually going to break all of these. Let me turn this off for a moment because I don't want to make it explode just in case. This is not connected to anything else. So let me break these pressurized pipes. Break this guy. Now let me run this up and over. Break the grass. As you can see, it's already taken off. All these gas things I'll have to export onto this. But as you can see, this thing is completely empty, but it's not generating anything. So I want to put all of these on top. Actually, they all export out the front automatically. Actually, it doesn't matter. Oops. I just want to put these on top just to exit all of the gas that's in them. Just like that. I'll break them all when they're empty. But as long as this thing has steam inputting, so let me activate. So you can see this thing is turning up. And you can see we're limiting on the vents. So I actually need more vents. So if I grab a vent and add another row of vents right here, the whole way around, the best way to have it is to have it limiting on the bearing. And once it's limiting on the bearing, you don't have to touch anything else. So let's add a couple of more of these. Actually, if I had my wand, I could probably just put them all down once, but that's fine. So turbine status, still limiting on the vents. See, dispersers were 24. We need to be limited on the dispersers. Why are we slowing down now? These are all empty except this guy who is not exporting. He is set to export on the front, but he is not. Oh, now he is. So this guy is empty, 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 empty. Okay. Put all of them away. And it's pretty much just down to clearing up everything now. Alright, all the tanks are empty now, so all... Wait, where's my hat? Oh, okay, I was wondering where my helmet went. So in here we can see we are now producing more than 500,000 RF. So the steam is at 3 million. We're still limited by vents. The blades are limiting. How are the blades limiting? It's a bit weird. Let me see if I can put more vents on it, because I want to see how fast this thing can actually produce power for us. And I'm kind of wondering why it's saying I'm limited on vents. So let me add more. Oh, apparently you cannot add more vents onto this. It cannot go down past the dispersers. Okay, well that's something I didn't know. So, are the vents only allowed to be connected to the dispersers? I guess so. I guess this is the max we can do. I love how it gets a sudden burst. Like, it's producing 4.4 million when it was full steam. Oh my god. Now, what I've heard is this is the only reactor that explodes. The other reactor, the fusion reactor, this is a fission reactor. The fusion reactor does not explode. I've tested it in creative. I've managed to learn how it starts and works. But I have inputted tons of water into it. So it was creating like millions of buckets of steam. But it was also producing millions of RF, and it never exploded. So I'm wondering, is this the only reactor that can explode? Like it says damage 0, max 300. I increased the burn rate to 13. Thinking we're slightly starting to throw into the orange now. So that's the max we can do. Now this guy is actually holding RF. Is this guy not outputting enough? Oh, his output isn't high enough. I made it do like 10 million. Input. Yeah, so our max input is like 600,000. So let's go check on our actual induction matrix. So our induction matrix is telling us what now? So how much power are we inputting and how fast are we charging? So we can see we're inputting 728,000, nearly 730,000. And we're only using about 60,000. I think I saw it jump to 90,000 there. So we've got like plenty of power input now until we've made the next reactor, which will also increase our steam output. I technically could make a second one of these. I could make it slightly bigger, but you can see how much weight, the way I had to set up the water input because how fast it was burning through it. But I guess this is as best we can do. We could make the thing a bit bigger, where it will use more steam and it will generate more power. I don't know the limitations or the math behind how this thing determines its power generation, but I'm pretty sure that's everything we need to do today. So next episode, we'll be converting this lithium processor into making tritium, and we'll be setting up a system to create heavy water to make deuterium, and we'll input the two of those into a nuclear fusion reactor, and we need to jumpstart it with a laser amplifier, which requires like about 2 billion RF. So, I hope you're ready for that. So I'm going to end it there. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget that like button if you did, and subscribe if you're new. And I also stream all the Mod 6 over on Twitch as well, so why not go check that out? Link is down in the description. So without further ado, I hope you enjoyed.